Hello, fellow human. How are you? We are all humans on this blessed day. Are you sure about that? I'm trying out something new. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Don't know. I'll mess with it later. Want to play game.
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a
I
waitress
was trying
down
to
at the
get
diner.
the chat
Rose,
overlay
sure.
thing to work with
Nice
Alan
girl.
Wake, but it wasn't.
Who wants to
It would
know?
pop up for a second and then
Alan Wake.
disappear.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote.
Oh.
Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Are you real, Alan? Are you a real famous author? Or are you a fake famous
Come
author
on,
like
mister.
Mr.
I'll
Zane?
take you to Rose's trailer.
Arthur Pendragon when he sprawled across the field after seeing his ex-wife. Uh-huh, yeah. Just like that. I hate games where I move faster than the NPC and I have to do this. Let me guess, that one right there is Rose's? You don't have to take me any further, I can figure it out. You'd do the same thing for Lady Dimitrescu.
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
Mm-hmm.
Just follow me. It's not far.
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Oh.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Okay. Can I just talk to Rose now? I don't like the way he says Al. My name is Alan. Thank you very much. You will call me as such. Is this Rose's dumpster? What was the point of that, my guy? But he friend? He can still call me by my real name.
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
Her name is Rose Marigold. She 2 flowers. Friend name? Definitely didn't hit F instead of E because of E rising.
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Right. She's acting totally normal.
Hey, this is really good.
Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry? She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al? Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What? What?
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish
I
what
will
you
not
started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
She sounds so depressed. She sounds possessed.
To work, boy.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only
Oh,
anger
no.
kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Okay. How you doing, Barry? You look very comfortable.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. A nice day. Come back soon.
I shan't. Goodbye,
My
Rose.
gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
Randolph calls the police. He just sleeps like
Mr.
that.
Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
Uh-oh. The sheriff already don't like us very much. Is he gonna be the next one to shout tourist attractions at me while I fire at him? I don't have my gun or my flashlight, he said, so we're in survival mode.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air, and let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM.
Hey, Pat, it's Walt Snyder.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I am the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know? I just...
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
I had a, argument with Danny, Danny, and, then I got in trouble with the law, and, I'm just, well...
I heard something like that, Walt.
Yeah, well, he's, Danny's my best friend, and, they let me out on bail today, and now I'm just alone here at the window, waiting. Man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. Something's gonna happen. I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there.
The weather is something else. It's the weather, for sure. Oh, thermos! Thermos. Thermos. Another one? Can I go inside? No. No.
Izzy_, I'll just sacrificed a thrall as a daily offering.
Thank you for throwing your thralls into the abyss, Izzy. At the same time as baby started crying inside that trailer. Yup. On the hunt for more coffee thermoses. That's the real point of this game, right? Who needs Alice when you have coffee?
Oh, you're gonna get it now. God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face!
Ooh.
Stay right where you are, Slade!
What are? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Give it up, Mr. Wake! Come on! Take it easy, Adam! Get after it! Don't let him get away! Move it! Move it! Move it! Let him get away!
I just run. Wee woo, wee woo. Mystery side story or whatever. I'm just looking for pages to read while I drink coffee from my thermos.
Okay, men, keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here. This way.
Damn.
Whoa!
I just realized that he is the perfect survivor for Dead by Daylight. What with the turning on lights and running away.
He's gone. Come on, guys. We need to head him off.
No, officer, I didn't eat the last donut. Exactly. That's why he's really shooting at me. Oh my gosh, there's so many pages, you guys. Holy shit. Okay.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara
Can he
Jagger's
repair a
skin
generator?
slept
I
equally in the
believe
dark
I've
voice
turned
that
on a
was
few of
its home
them.
in prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
Is the game loud enough for you guys? Can you hear him read those? Ooh.
Rose didn't know how the strange old lady got in her trailer, and she looked wrong somehow. The woman showed her teeth in an approximation of a smile and traced a finger down Rose's cheek. "Pretty girl," she said. Rose felt as if she was falling asleep, but her knees didn't buckle. The crone spoke in a whisper, her words ice cold and dark in Rose's ear.
Ew. Gross. Stranger danger.
I'm a federal agent pursuing a fugitive. You want to discuss my method, Sheriff? Make an appointment. Over.
You stay right where you
Good.
are, Agent Nightingale. I'm on.
Belasmo just sacrificed a thrall as a daily offering.
Thank you for throwing your thralls into the abyss, Pelasmo. How are you today? Also, Light, are you feeling better? An encyclopedia of fairies? I'm interested. Tell me more. Am I in there?
This way. Over here.
Stomach still hurts. You had a fever yesterday? Slept for 11 hours.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
Do you think I'll chop off my own arm and become a box person?
Wait, are you seriously telling me that geek writer just took out my deputies? Are you kidding? I mean, have you seen this I don't know yet, but I'm not in the habit of jumping to conclusions. That tends to come back and bite you in the ass. Out.
Main girl Emily is definitely autistic coded, and I'm enjoying her character so far. So she's just like us. I don't know the Emily Wilde series. I've never heard of it, but you know I'm in whenever Faye are involved. You might have already, well, you already felt bad the night before, right? You were drinking tea because you didn't feel good. Light, so one of us. And then a fever on top of that, and then drinking, you know, expired protein shakes probably didn't help.
You on the ground. Hold it right there. There's nowhere to run. Freeze!
Did the monsters attack the helicopter? That's great. I love that for me. It's probably a good mix of everything, Light. You're making bad decisions. You need to just stay home, drink tea, and play V-Rising with me. You see that? I gotta get that. The moon. Ow! I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at. If you're also homecoming, I'll play DVD instead. I mean, you'd have to ask Light about that. I don't know if Light plays DVD.
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, what are you... Come on!
Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, if you know what I mean. Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The, Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh, yeah, I'll bet he does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
You would not be holding us back, Light. I hold us back every time we play. It's just a matter of time. We gotta see who dies first.
I could see the lights at the radio station in the distance.
You never know. You haven't played it in years. You might log in and just be like cracked at it.
I imagine that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine. Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without light.
No, don't put it like that. If it's a race, me and Izzy will chase down the killer, because we're the type to be like, oh, don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. Please. Oh, no. It's just perfectly purposefully sandbag each other. Yeah, there you go. I want to be in the sequel.
The old generator conked out. I'd have to see if I could fix it and try again.
Wait. Destroy the gate. Alan, I need you to explain your train of thought, please. Thank you. How is turning on generator breaking gate? Palette spam. Literally all I know TV to be. Can never remember. Are you watching My Hero in dub or sub? In dub, because I'm American scum. Okay. Oh, I see. Now I get it. I know there's been a few episodes since the last time I stopped watching. Yeah, no, I did not watch on Saturday. I'm bad at keeping up on that. There was a point where there was only like one episode out after I stopped watching, but then Death kept asking me to watch it, and then I was like, but I want there to be more than one, because I'm like sitting down and watching like 4 episodes in a row. The last thing I saw had to do with Toga and Ochako. Sorry. I'm, like I said, American scum. I'll catch up at some point, I promise.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Gip. Any more? Watch dub, I'm a full sub main, to be fair. Chinese, I can't watch and sub because hearing Chinese anime does something unpleasant to my brain. I really like some English voice actors though, so like, I don't know. Is the reason why I like All Might so much is because he's the same voice actor as Jiraiya, like... I don't know. I feel like nowadays it's not that bad of a thing to watch dub. And sub in some animes, if I'm watching and paying attention to the anime, I will miss it because I won't read. I'll be watching the anime. Or I'll miss what's happening because I'm reading and not watching. you know? Because American scum. Big dumb girl. What? But I don't have any way to hurt them. So I just have to run. Ow. Yep. I found a horse and a werewolf killed me in 3 hits. Yeah, I found an area that said there was a horse and then I got shot with a gun. With a gun. And I was like, this is happy vampire medieval game. No gun. Why gun?
And here's another call. You're on KBFFM with Pat Maine.
And then it said he was level 65, and I did not go back to that area.
I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on? Because it's just next door and they're popping off guns there.
They're still shooting?
No, it was maybe 10-15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
Well, I'm certainly going to give the station a call, Milt.
Okay.
You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them.
Okay, thanks.
Season 8 has started. There's currently 3 episodes for me to binge. Which means there's probably 4 or 5 episodes for me to binge, maybe.
Touched by the dark presence, Rose was lost in a dreamland where everything was drawn in black and gray crayons. The old lady had promised her that all her wishes would come true. She would be Alan Wake's muse. She was smiling so hard it hurt her face. She crushed a bottle full of sleeping pills into the coffee. Deep down inside, she was screaming in terror.
She really did want to be in the sequel. Oh god. Hi. You suck. Shit. The other way must not have been the correct way then. Yes? Quit throwing things at me. It's very rude. Yeah. Damn. Should've just kept going this way. What? What's wrong with my hero? What's wrong, Plasma? What's your problem with Deku? Because that tends to be the problem everybody has with my hero is Deku. Pick a different character to pay attention to if you don't like Deku. There's plenty of them to choose from. Personally, I like Deku. I warmed up to him way faster than I warmed up to Naruto. Oh, I don't give a shit about the community around it. I
hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
I don't care. I don't talk to them, those people. I just watch it because Death likes it, and I like the characters, and Izzy likes it a lot, and I like Izzy a lot. So...
I had no idea how to get to the coal mine. Maine would know. And I had a feeling I wouldn't get a chance to ask anyone else anytime soon.
Toga's great. I love Toga.
Well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint, Lorna. Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in, folks. I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Come on in. Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt.
Whoa. Everyone calm down. Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Judas Priest!
What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
Jeez.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
Jeez. Okay. The best way to enjoy any form of media is to not interact with the fandom. I agree entirely. As a fan of Tool as well. My coworker also loves my hero. We have the same favorite character, and that has made our convos so fun. She watches sub and hates waiting having to wait 2 weeks to talk to me about it. Yeah. Well, at least, you know, we usually go like a month before we actually have a full conversation with each other. So alright. H.P. Lovecraft, let's move on. By the way, I don't like Officer Nightingale either, just so you guys know. I don't understand the hostility. I did nothing to this man.
Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?" Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
Yeah, the streaming has helped a little bit. More than just a random picture of the darkness every single day. He's just salty. Well, he needs to shut the fuck up. I'm also not happy about this situation. Detective. What am I supposed to do right now? Because I can't hurt them. You missed me. You didn't miss me the second time. Thank you. Shotgun ammo. Revolver ammo. Revolver? Hey, thanks. I accept. I missed my gun. Because he's a dumb cop that can't read. Darkness with stickers, exactly. Every single day.
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
Gimme, gimme, gimme. Shotgun. Page. Give me that. Attacked by a bulldozer. Excuse me.
The bulldozer's engine roared to life. Mud and rocks flew as it fought for traction. It crashed through the concrete wall and landed heavily in the yard. If it were an animal, it would have shaken its head after the impact, fixed its eyes on me, and charged. Of course, it had no head, nor eyes. Shadows crawled on its form, twisting it into a monster. Then, it came for me.
I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight a bulldozer. Sentences I didn't expect to say today. No thermos. gotten Mom into My Hero, told her we needed to watch more because I'm beyond excited for her to catch up. Plans tonight are to watch some episodes from season 6 with Halloween cookies. Aww! That sounds awesome! Death also got his mom into My Hero. She loves it. I think her favorite was, I think her favorite was Deku, actually. I can't remember. Moms love My Hero. Exactly. What if the Bulldozer wants to fight me? It sounds like the Bulldozer does want to fight me. Sounds like the Bulldozer will get what it wants. All Might, yeah. Izawa. He's my favorite, you know, not Kakashi. Sensei.
Sarah
Always my
trusted her
favorite.
gut, and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole. He felt wrong, and it wasn't just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say.
I can't choose a favorite. I love Ida a lot. I wish he would get more screen time. I do love Shigaraki, but you know, he's the bad guy. I can't root for the bad guy. I did love Twice though, and Toga, so I guess I can root for the bad guy. Really, I love all of them. Even Bakugo. And Sue. I love Sue a lot. She's great. Little frog girl. And Tetsu.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan, I'm so afraid. Keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
It sounded very wrong, like Rose. Twice is a great villain because he feels more like an anti-hero rather just a guy. That's the thing about most of the villains so far in My Hero is that they were all like just people. They were just normal people, and then bullshittery happened to them, and I mean, honestly, I understand why they became villains. Twice especially. My poor boy. And by bullshittery, I mean, you know who. Fuck that guy. All my homies hate that guy.
The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again.
99% purity scholar. I found a 99% rogue earlier, and I stayed that way until I almost starved to death. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Give. I can't pick up anymore? Why? Who's breathing at me? Stop that. Oh. Getting close to unlocking prisons, and apparently you can put prisoners on blood taps. Ooh. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Me and Death got our first servant. I'm not sure exactly how to use them. If you're open to suggestions, we switch directions. You get caught up on My Hero on stream. You know, I would take you up on that, but I can't watch it without Death. Can't be ahead of him. Sorry. And he's at work right now.
I could see a railway bridge up ahead and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
But you know what? If we do get caught up, maybe we could do like a weekend Discord stream or something where we watch My Hero together. Maybe. Might be open to doing that.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
No, it would have to be a Discord stream. I couldn't do it on Twitch. Where do I go? Do I go up? Ow.
Sure. I hoped I could find a car from there.
Yeah. So close. Your plans have been foiled. Yep. Once again, plans foiled. Right, but I mean, I already wanted to do more on the Discord anyway, so it's an idea. Okay, so where the fuck am I supposed to go? Or am I just supposed to wait out the onslaught of pipes?
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Good thing I stock up on batteries. Jeesh.
I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me. As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Ah! Thermos. Any more pages or anything? Give me that. Open up this. What you got? Batteries? Shotgun ammo? Ah. Okay. No. Let me in. Dear God. He jump scared me. Not allowed. Illegal in spooky games. No jump scaring. And light, you can hurt them. No way. I had no idea. Ooh, 100% warrior's a good one. I would take that. Or brute. I like brute.
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
Okay. Ah. There it is. I love just deleting bulldozers with my flashlight. That bulldozer no longer exists. Servants you get to send out on equip them and send them out on missions. Okay. Is that what the throne is for? I built it, but then I just kind of interacted with it and then left it for death because it was a gift for death. I have 2 so far. I'm working on getting a good purity for my 3rd one. That was one of the things I wondered, was if the purity of the guy that you got mattered. Is there any reason to get anything other than like workers so that you could get a good like resource stuffies, resource management or whatever? Because I did find a 100% resource worker guy in the one of the copper mines that I was in. Can I go in here? No. Oh.
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine. The coal mine wasn't far now.
Welcome to Bright
Today,
Falls.
I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Coal Mine Museum. The game does not look quite as good in the daylight. But I'm okay with it. Rough road. Well, the blood type would have to matter. I just don't know if the percentage does. Because otherwise there'd be no point in, like, having more than one guy. I mean, other than just have numbers, I guess. But, like, you could just run out and just grab whoever. I guess if you're playing on a public server too, you'd want like fighters and stuff, but we don't do that around here. Oh, more driving? I don't... Can I walk instead? Oh, blood type determines what biomes. Okay, that makes sense too. see, but like, what's that out there? Their expertise is the basic overall stat. I mean, I'd sit here. Maybe. Maybe actually more like right here. Man, I hope there's not a manuscript page or something up there. I don't want to get out again. I let go. There's no brakes.
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF-FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big-shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now, because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed, son. I hope you know what you're doing. Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first, a little music.
Aw. Thanks, guy. Have fun, Plasmo. Lurking is welcome. I don't know what Cocoon is, but I hope it's fun. His game? Question mark? Oh, I see, I see. I see where we are. Is that a page or is that just the light? Because if it's a page, I might cry. I'm gonna assume it's the way the light's hitting that wooden board. Game indeed. Puzzle game. Ah, fun, fun. Hill. Thank you. Every time that I reach a checkpoint and it pops up with that little message in the corner, it makes a sound that I don't know if you guys can even register. It's so quiet. It's so like low toned. But it reminds me of Oblivion. Like I need to go level up.
Welcome back to KBF.
Hi, Dre.
Hope you enjoyed
I
that.
know.
Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special
I have to take a break and get more coffee.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Well, see, to me, that's strange, because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it. And you need to do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's that one special person out there for you, and if you miss that chance, it's gone forever and you're forever incomplete. I mean, isn't that depressing? Or, heck, childish even? Hey, there's plenty of fish in the sea.
Sounds like
And
Rabbit
apparently a fisherman has a fishing
from Winnie the Pooh.
analogy for everything, but what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh?
Well, no. What I am saying is that your potential for finding that connection isn't limited to what's essentially a chance encounter. How is that harsh?
Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here.
Okay.
Now, well, I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because she was the one. She was. And I let her drift away from me. Maybe I didn't put in the work, I don't know, but, well, since then, and it was a long time ago, but since then there hasn't been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell on her or haven't moved on. I like my life. I'm not living in the past, but I do miss the way she completed me.
You can't argue with the heart, Pat.
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say it's shaken a few things loose.
Aww. Poor Pat. Wonder if she's the old lady in the black veil. Oh. Missed the stairs.
For Mott, spying on the writer on the ferry had been a disappointment. His boss had made Wake out to be something special, but Mott hadn't been impressed. He'd gotten a good long look at the wife, though, and he liked what he saw. Mott had fantasized about goading Wake into a fight, but it hadn't happened. Still, he'd get his chance to see if the writer had anything in him. He'd been promised as much.
Creep. Don't be such a creep. Stop that. Get some help. Whoa. Cars don't turn like that. Oh, and E is not the button to go forward. Bright Falls Coal Mine.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
While lucrative at first, the mining steadily declined in the 20th century. The seams were rich but hard to get at, and the volcanic activity in the area made the mine shafts particularly dangerous. Okay. While there were some earlier residents in the area, the true genesis of the town of Bright Falls came from the founding of the Bright Falls Mining Company and the opening of the Bright Falls coal mine in 1878. Although the work was hard and dangerous, many immigrants, Germans, Poles, Italians, Finns, and Swedes, among others, worked the mines. Okay. Thank you.
With Nightingale gone and the night wind blowing in through the broken studio window, Maine stared at Sarah. The sheriff looked away. Maine's voice shook with barely controlled anger. That boy's doing more drinking than thinking. I hope you know what you're doing, Sarah. He's got a sickness in his eyes. You take my word for it. He wants Wake for a reason, and it's not for anything good.
Actually, hold on. What's this one say? In 1970, a volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake, while relatively minor, caused most of the deep mining tunnels to collapse or flood. 32 miners lost their lives in the calamity, and all mining around Bright Falls came to a final stop. Now many of the remaining buildings are protected as historical landmarks. It's kind of cool. This is reminding me of everybody's favorite Silent Hill game, Downpour? I think Downpour is the one where he plays in the mines.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
I don't miss PT as much as I wish we would have gotten
Where the hell
PT.
are you? Change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around by
You
you.
want to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Health insurance meeting. Okay. Hopefully it's not too boring. Have fun, Leah. Bye-bye.
I'm gonna kill him.
I had to get to Mirror Peak.
My favorite is Shattered Memories. That's a unique one to be your favorite. Not a lot of people like that one.
It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
But yeah, PT, I get so sad about PT. What am I doing? How do I get out? The door was locked, right? Leave the building. I don't know if that's what I was supposed to do, but it's what I did nonetheless. Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do because there's a thermos over here. Thermos. Flare. Batteries. Downpour is not my favorite, by the way. It was one of my favorite ones to watch whenever we were talking about Super Best Friends the other day. That's probably my favorite of their playthroughs. I love all of them though. I don't want to pick a favorite because I think they're all great for their own reasons. I think The Room might be my favorite just because it's so different. But yeah, I really wish we would have gotten the full game of PT. It's one of the saddest things in life.
Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
Nobody ever remembers anything about Downpour. That's the fun thing about Downpour. I bet the main thing you remember is watching Super Best Friends play and Matt throwing his axe into the abyss. Apparently, Kojima is working on another horror game codenamed OD for now. I won't get my hopes up because the reasons why I was excited for PT probably won't be involved in whatever his new one is. That's a lot of revolver ammo all of a sudden. Oh my god. What are you guys talking about? Please tell me that I'm not the only one that feels like Boss 3 is easier than 2. And Alan Wake? No, Cocoon. I don't know, that bulldozer wasn't as strong as I thought he would be. I don't even recall Cocoon having bosses. Oof. Light's just like, you had bosses? It's like me with like the last half of Elden Ring, where I'm like, I had the big laser beam sword in the early days of the game, so I kind of walked through a few bosses and I'm like, oh yeah, that was a boss, wasn't it? Is this gonna break through, or it's just gonna be spooky? Oh, fuck. Yeah. I'm gonna die because of a barrel or whatever. This is dumb.
What the hell?
Jesus. The more we play, the more I'm actually reminded of Life is Strange as well. Like, a storm that's destroying everything because of Max's powers and stuff.
The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
Which it would be kind of fun if Max Caulfield was an SCP from the Control world. Ow. Oh no, I'm turning off the power though. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Please don't throw that thing at me. God, get out. Alan. Come on. Thank you. It really does go to like the very last second with those. Oh. Anything useful in here? No more batteries. I think that might be the first time I've actually used up all my batteries in this game. That's the second one that's been sitting in a chair. That I've noticed anyway. Okay.
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the Dark Presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him. There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
Why not? Have you ever worked for the electric company? Maybe they need flashbangs a lot. Maybe they fight a lot of shadow people. Maybe they drink a lot of Benadryl and they have to fight the Hat Man. You never know. I don't know if there's a point for cleaning up all the goo. That was a lot of guys.
I stared through the bars of the jail cell, Barry stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent.
I don't like this guy and his stupid references. Hey, Light, do you know about how long is left in the game? Because if you have a general idea, that would be nice. That would be nice to know. It's 5 episodes? Okay, I was looking at the manuscript and I was thinking it's either 5 or 6. I forgot what I was gonna say. Words are hard, you know? Every episode's about the same pace? Okay. Bitch. Hi. Hi. Should have just ran away. Oh well.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Oh. feel like I didn't do too inefficiently there. Could have done better. Could have done worse. Jeez.
The dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
Hmm. You are the dark presence, Alan.
The graveyard shift may cause cancer.
Wrong button. But I'll accept. Did it kill that guy? Hell yeah.
The place was dead, a ghost town. Had been for decades, maybe a century.
Mm. Delete. Wake and Casey?
Things were never as simple in real life as in fiction. I had lost count of the times I had wished there'd be a clear reason for my writer's block. Something to fight. Something to lash out on. There wasn't. I was filled with doubt. I was nothing like the hero in my books. Alex Casey had gone through his life with single-minded determination, never wavering from his goal. Even now, I was angry at myself, angry at Alice, angry at Barry. I was fumbling and I had no plan.
Hmm. Great Peak Gorge. Originally founded in 1928, Great Peak Gorge mining town was one of the
God of
permanent
Doom 9
settlements
just
of Bright
sacrificed a
Falls Mining
thrall as a
Company
daily offering.
built for its workers. The nearby graveyard is a testament to the dangers the miners faced on a daily basis. Hi Doom, how you doing? Thank you for throwing your thralls into the abyss. Nearby graveyard is a testament to the dangers that the miners faced on a daily basis. Most of the men who lost their lives over the years here were buried there, a grim reminder to be careful for those who remained. Great Peak Gorge was abandoned almost overnight when the Bright Falls Mining Company closed its doors in 1970. How you doing, Doom? You got a third servant. Good job, Light. Good job. Come on. back to school. Oh. Phew. I did it. I survived. They didn't even hit me with that tractor. Well, I started it, and now I'm on chapter 3. I'm hoping I finish it. Keys? I'm an overachiever. I have keys for something I didn't even know I needed. Oh, the door. Nice.
Outside of writing is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
Okay. Ooh. I don't know which one I want. I guess I'll go with the hunting rifle. It wants me to have it, so I guess I will. Anything extra? Pages, thermoses.
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
He's scared. Him scared of the dark thing. Your friend has a mini Cthulhu. Give. I want it. He 3D printed it? That's cool.
Birds.
Oh, are you serious? That's bullshittery. Birds.
Birds.
No! Why can't I fall off? Why? The game controls are not good enough for that. Okay.
Birds.
There we go. You coming back? Burbs. Ooh, exit the silver mine. Thought it was a coal mine. Let's go to Cauldron Lake.
Without warning, the headache stabbed at my brain.
Oh.
Alice?
Alice?
Oh. Oh no.
I'm losing it. I gotta get out of here. The hunters were big, thick-set men, confident and at home in the woods. They were feeling good, running on beer, ghost stories, and camaraderie late into the night. It did them no good, as they were taken by the dark presence, sucked deep into a darkness far worse than any ghost story they ever told or heard.
All the armor sets? I mean, you should. The Warlock set? I think Death got a couple pieces of the Warlock set last night. I think that's the set he got. He went out with all of our coppers and bought a couple pieces from the shady traders.
Even behind the closed doors and curtains of his grimy room at the Majestic, the local motel, Nightingale could feel the locals' eyes on him, the unrelenting pressure of their judgment. He forced it out of his mind. For all he knew, they could all be under Wake's spell already. You do what you have to do to get the job done. He took comfort from the bottle in his hand. Please, he thought, just let me get through this. Oh god. Hey, a thermos. Keep us awake. Woo! Gotcha. I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
Wonder how many games this game's gonna remind me of, because all of a sudden I was reminded of Until Dawn as well. The Shadewalker set, is that the one that's got like It's basically just straps. Yeah, I didn't really like that one. Barely hides anything on the female model. Yeah. Yep. That's the one I was thinking of. I wasn't a fan. Not because it's revealing, I just didn't like it. Oh, I see. I want the, what's it called? It's the Grim something. That's the one I want to see, because I've gotten a couple pieces of it, but I haven't gotten to make any of them yet. Grim Ranger? Something like that? So far out of the ones that I've worn, the, like, Shade Walker coat or whatever it is, the very first one that you get is kind of my favorite. Yeah, Grim Ranger. Nice. Good. Wait, am I going up or down? Which way is the correct way? Because I don't want to go that way first. I thought we were going to the peak. Yeah, that's the correct way. Okay. That's what I thought. Oh, Alan takes fall damage if you didn't know. I used the main Marauder set, but I might switch to the Grimwalker. We should play Peak sometime? Maybe. We'll see. We have a lot of co-op games that we should play. I do love the goofy little guys in Peak, though. They're cute. I'm confused. I guess I'm going back up. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to ride that thing and fight birds. That's what's gonna happen. I can already see it coming.
Lightning flashed behind the windows of Cauldron Lake Lodge. Tor Anderson laughed and held the steel hammer above his head. Nurse Sinclair was trying to calm him down without success. Tor grinned madly and shouted, "My hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from Molnir, wench." He brought the hammer down with all his might on Sinclair's head. "We're on a comeback tour, baby."
Okay. Jeez. Okay. You'll be fine. Who needs knees anyway?
Oh, great. Another cable car. Just great.
Walk it off. You'll be fine. Come on, birds. I hear you. I'm sure that's fine. I agree. Shit. Give me those Energizer batteries. Not sponsored. Hey. I mean, depends on who it is, but there's pretty much any pop that would want to sponsor me, I'd be in. Ooh. Hi. Lord knows I drink enough Diet Mountain Dew to preserve my insides. Hot take, Pepsi is mid. I mean, you know, I like Pepsi. For Dr. Pepper, you know, lifetime supply of that blackberry zero sugar? Maybe. Yeah, I could be bought. I do. Pepsi and Coke pretty much the same to me. Like, Pepsi Zero is your favorite. I do love me a cherry Coke Zero though. Hard to beat. Dr. Pepper is objectively better. Yeah, you can't fight with the Dr. Pepper people. Like, Dr. Pepper people can't be changed. The 8th deepest lake in the world, Cauldron Lake, is a caldera lake formed in a volcanic crater. The volcano itself could be considered active, but it has not erupted since the volcanic earthquakes of 1970. Even then, the underground activity was comparably mild despite some property damage. There were no casualties. Cauldron Lake is one of the most beautiful spots in the Bright Falls area, as well as a central figure in many local folk tales. It's a popular recreational area for the area residents. Light, stay out of the goblin walls. You are not allowed. And plus, then who would haunt my walls? Replace the inside Dr. Pepper cans with Pepsi. Ah! Oh, I don't like this, Alan. I don't like heights already. What the hell is Shirley Temple 7-Up? Do the same thing to me afterwards. Please do not. Please refrain. I like my blackberry Dr. Pepper, but you can live inside the walls if you want. I don't care. I still don't know what it is, even if it is peak. What makes it peak? What makes it different than 7-Up? I would like to remind everybody that despite Light's trying, this is not a sponsored video.
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign of the wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn, but there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the rotten ruin of the footbridge that had once led to Diver's Isle before it sank beneath the waves years ago. The boss wouldn't be happy.
It has pomegranate and cherry in it? Okay. I would try this. I would drink this. This does indeed sound peak, as the kids say these days. Am I going the wrong way? I'm back with delicious beverage. Pop. You're back with your pop. Wait, what? Ooh, you have to work nights this week. Very tinky. Do what? Okay. Huh? Ooh. Nice, 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 nice. I'm excited for you. Alan's pissed. He's breaking everything. Kicking everything down. I know you won't. Opens up Steam store. Money's already spoken for by Steam. Hell yeah. Tom? Tom. CW and TZ. I miss you, Tom. Did you rate this? Tom. I curse you, Thomasine. I miss you, Tom. Tom. Ooh. Yoink. Don't mind if I do. I don't have a shotgun anymore. You made me replace it. My first MySpace friend. I'm sorry. Not Facebook. He would be very offended. You miss him? I wonder what he's doing nowadays. Oh. Mountain ruins.
I could see Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat.
A boat?
I was close now. I had to get there fast. I dreaded what I would find. I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form melted away. I was losing control. Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him, but my arms were jelly. He smiled. It was a reassuring smile, and I hated him for it. I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period. Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now.
Okay. Hold on. We're missing... Okay, we didn't get one. This one's a nightmare mode one. Nightmare. Okay, so... we're only missing one page. Besides nightmare modes. So, getting close to the end. And then I can go get coffee.
Wait! That you? Wait!
Hey, I'm here! I'm coming!
No! Get away! Sorry. Please, it's late. The boss didn't know who he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear, I didn't know. We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is. She's probably drowned. We just said we had her to make a play ball. You see? To get him writing for us. Please. Please, oh.
Told you we were close to the end. Okay.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
Alice? Not Alice. Yeah, we just read this.
I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.